and welcome back to the channel. We are sitting here once again in Boscoverde in the game of Foundation, and I can say that we are visiting here for the final time today. This episode is going to be the finale in this series, so we've got a few little tasks to wrap up before we say goodbye to Boscoverde. First up on my list is going to be getting the final item on the progression panel, which we have not done. So let me come out of this view, head over to our progression tree, and we can see that we can unlock this Court of Heroes, which is going to give us the ability to bolster the happiness of all combatants. So let's go ahead and get that. And that is our whole progression tree done. We have completed Foundation. So now that we've unlocked it, it's probably a good idea to go and build it somewhere. I think probably somewhere near the castle is going to suit it quite well. Here it is in common decoration, and I guess we'll need our sort of one of our master builders or sculptors to build this, but let's see. Oh wow, this is like a proper thing. Alright, we'll cue a little building montage while I figure out what we want to do with this. Okay, so I was able to create kind of 3 statues out of the pieces we were given, so I think I'm going to arrange them like this, with the key one in the courtyard of the castle here, and then these 3 kind of protecting it from the outside. So let's go ahead and build all that. We are going to need quite a lot of marble, which I think we're currently exporting all of at the moment. Let's see how we go. And it was a good thing that I built these statues within the castle perimeter, because apparently they do actually require heavy fortification, which I hadn't even noticed, so that's something to note. And I'll probably just momentarily stop exporting our marble and gold ore, which I think we're going to need to build this statue. That looks like we actually need gold bars, so I think we're going to need to rebuild a gold smelter, which we used to have somewhere over here, but deleted because it's kind of an inefficient industry. But looks like we need it for these statues, so let's go ahead and build one of those. Here is our gold smelter, which requires light fortification. I'd say we could build that somewhere around near our brand new manor house over here. It's a bit far away from where we're mining our gold, but I'm not worried about this being too efficient. We're probably not going to need it after we build this statue again. So let's go ahead and build that. So something else I want to do is just to make sure that the area of our castle is fully detailed up, because there's not much landscaping or anything around the outside of these city walls, so I will just go ahead and add a final few details to help our castle feel finished. There we go, and I think that's probably all the detailing we will do to finish off the castle. And we're able to improve the Northbury trade route for a price of 900 bread, which I think we probably want to go ahead and do. We had plenty of spare bread, so that shouldn't bother us too much. And one of the things we've been continuing to import is boar, which is making us a lot of money, but I might add a few more hunters in around our village just to see if we can get that even lower. There we go, we're now building 2 little butcher's huts that can hopefully come and collect up these boar. And I believe our soldiers also returned from their mission while we were distracted. They were out holding the line, and it looks like everyone is back. I'm hoping I can upgrade this bow company 1 to a 3rd grade company, so let's check. No, we're not able to promote anyone to knights yet. I'm not entirely sure why, to be honest. I wonder if I'm going to have to fire one of my other knights in order to make room. We have got 4 knights in Spear Company 1, so perhaps we can get rid of one of them? Perhaps this guy? Madragana? Yeah, okay, let's have a go at dismissing combatant and see if we're then able to promote a knight after that. We will probably need to train up a different soldier in his place, but I think that's fine. This is a bit of experiment. I actually don't know if this is what's going to work for me to be able to promote a different guy to a knight. No, that still hasn't worked. Let's get someone else into there now. Who was just a little militiaman. Perhaps we should get rid of 2 knights? I mean, we have spent a lot of time training them up, but I'm not really sure what else to do. Then maybe we could get rid of one of these archers as well and hire the knight in there instead. So I'm going to put a soldier into this spear encampment just by clicking this plus. And then hopefully I should be able to put a knight into this bow company. And I'm not sure, let's see if that's immediately made them 3rd grade or not. Oh yes it has! Okay, well I found a fix, so that was good. We haven't had to dismiss anyone. I think I might need to get rid of another of these. Actually, I could probably just put the other knight back in here now, to be honest. There we go, you can have your job back. And now we have all 3rd grade companies, so we are going to be able to send them off on to war, which was another of our goals. And it looks like they are all fully trained up and fully happy. So I'd say it's about time to send them off. So marching to the enemy, we're going to win some coins, some steel, some beer, some longbows, some pikes and some longswords. I'm especially excited about winning these weapons if we can. So let's go ahead and get all our companies signed up and deploy them. Not sure how long that mission's going to take, but we will work on some other tasks in the meantime. And I will probably build another armory so that we've got space to store anything that we win, any weapons that we win. And I think that armory could look pretty good just there. And it looks like we imported quite a lot of wheat this month, so I wonder if it's worth us building out some more wheat fields to see if we can keep those numbers lower. So we've got a lot of nice empty space over this side of the map, which I think we could fill in with a few wheat fields. So perhaps I'll start with some houses, or not some houses, some farms around here, and then we can build out the fields. Oh, and I'm interrupted because our battalion won battles, but the war endures. Your king knows he's against wealthy nobles. If you capture them, he promises you a large coffer of their jewels. Their wealth will be ours. Their current condition, 7 injured, 33 still okay. I think we should still try it. Okay, here we go. Here's 1 wheat farm. I can build that out there. And I probably want to build another one just right next to it. We can even sort of extend out this barn in the other direction so it looks like one big building. There we go, let's go ahead and build all of those. Oh, it's the final assault. The king declares that victory is near, and it's all thanks to your battalion. Your king plans a final ambush to defeat the enemy. He offers valuable rewards and his rival's finest bows in return for your help. Oh gosh, we've had 4 people die in this war, but and 4 injured. Yeah, I mean, I think we should go for it. They're in for a surprise. Oh, and we've had a campaign success. Although, gosh, we did lose 7 people in that war, so I guess that was okay. And we did get, yeah, just a modest reward of weapons, to be honest. 6 longbows, 11 pikes, and 10 long swords. So let's go and address our companies and see who might need replacing. Looks like this company needs a knight. So let's go ahead and get you in there. This company's all okay. This company lost 2 people, this company lost 2 people. So I am probably going to go ahead and do this mandate of welcome 5 militiamen to your castle. And I've got 1 other spare militiaman here that we can use. and they will have to work their way up to be soldiers and knights. And over in this armory that we built earlier, I want to store our new weapons, and we'll need one transporter in there. Another thing we're still importing a lot of is common wares, and I have been trying to solve the issue by mining a lot more iron ore, which is going to help us produce enough iron, which seems to be what we're suffering from a shortage of. So yeah, I have been doing that in the background. Apparently I can improve the Northbury trade route yet again with more bread, so I guess we may as well do that. We seem to be producing bread at a pretty good rate, and hopefully with these extra wheat fields we'll be producing it at an even better rate. And our militiamen have arrived, so let's go ahead and add those into our companies which had lost a few of their soldiers. There we go, now those companies are all full again, but they are all still 3rd grade because they all still have a knight in them. And it looks like 2 of our wheat farms have been built out over here. We must remember to paint in a bit of residential area for them to live in. So I think if we go all the way up here, they can build houses in any of this area. I'd be fine with that. And we may also want to build a granary to store the wheat that we'll be producing here. So let's go ahead and employ 7 farmers over here. And then we can paint our crop field. Now what I might actually do is just repaint the shape of one of our farms here in order to make the crop field look a little bit less weirdly shaped. Although I think I need to get rid of this reforestation area first. There's always lots to do. There we go, now I should be able to redraw this farm without too much hassle. I think that shape is fine, and that means we can now draw out this wheat field. I think that should be fine for now. Oh, Boscoverde is now an abbey. We got new ruler titles unlocked, abbot and abbess. Don't really know how that happened, but I guess it's a good thing. And we've got enough unemployed serfs to come and fill up this wheat farm with some farmers as well. So we can do that, and then we can paint their crop field out. There we go, and then I might build yet another wheat farm over here, just to fill in this space that we have spare as well. There we go, we can go ahead and build that. And they should have plenty of places to live nearby as well, or they can build a new house. And I'm also going to redraw this dairy farm to, because I'm probably not building any more dairy farms, so I could just make it look a bit more normal. And I think we could probably build out a couple more wheat farms over this side as well, seeing as we've got the space. There we go, there's 2 more wheat farms down. So this wheat farm is ready to accept some workers, so let's get some unemployed villagers in there and paint out this crop field over here. And that feels like a fairly natural end to the group of fields that we have in this area. So we've got 5 unemployed people at the moment. I'm going to go ahead and add them to this farm, and then I just need to wait for 2 more to arrive. When we've had 2 new people arrive, I can now add to this farm, and so we can go ahead and paint out this crop field. There we go, I think that looks pretty good, and then we've left just enough space for the final crop field to be built out. So from our budget, it looks like we haven't been importing any wheat for the past couple of months, so I would say that our efforts to double down on producing wheat do seem to have worked, and that leads me on to fill up this farm with the final 3 farmers that it needs and paint out this final crop field. Looks like we are still importing a fair amount of boar, so I could go ahead and just try and add in a couple more hunters. And these 2 have storage full, these 2 hunters, so perhaps that's also a sign that we need to build a granary to store some of that meat in. And so with that, it really feels like we have finished our work here in Boscoverde. I'm really proud of the city we've built together. Everything is running super smoothly. The budget is looking crazy healthy. And we have just about managed to fill in all the space. I think the only thing I could justify building more of would be extra treasury, because we, again, keep hitting our maximum treasury. But yeah, this has been a really fun series. I'm not sure if we'll return to Boscoverde or not, potentially if there's an update to Foundation and it feels like there's something new and interesting we could introduce to the city. Otherwise, I'm interested to know if you would like to see more of Foundation, perhaps by starting a new city, especially being able to put in all the knowledge that we've gained from growing this city to potentially make something really efficient. Or whether you've had enough of Foundation and you'd like to see another game. Anyway, I just want to say thank you so much for following along with this series, and I shall see you in the next video.